What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Offseason Swolecast here on RotoGrinders.com. Joined by Soccer Dave, joined by Mr. Tuttle 05. Tuttle, how's it going?
You know what? It's going all right.
Yeah.
Jamino's got me working on ownership projections these days, so just doing that whole process currently.
Ownership, I think we say rostered now, but rostered percentages as far as like baseball, basketball, everything. I mean, are you the
everything eventually? Baseball currently, basketball on Tuesdays.
This makes sense, you know, as far as like you've got a good feel of where people are on players and also like where to pivot off those. Do you feel like that has helped you at all? Because I saw a pretty big score recently.
Oh, you must be talking about the French Open.
You won the French Open?
Yeah.
Tuttle won the French Open?
Nice. Overzet sent me some of his picks, and I won a GPP one of the days.
I said I was going to get into DFS tennis. I played one slate and then forgot about the French Open. It was a rough start to my.
I mean, Tuttle and I are the only dopes on this show. Still converting our time into DFS energy.
False. I got back into the DFS streets.
Oh my gosh!
Over the past week, yeah.
That's doing what? There must have been some niche contest.
No, I was going to say that's how you know we've entered into an NFT bear space if Soccer Dave is logging into DraftKings.com.
No, it was actually the wife was out of town and I had the kids and I just needed to do something with nothing to do at night. So I decided to I forgot how much I love DFS NBA.
Instead of lurking the Bored Ape Discord.
I thought you guys had a great community going on over there. Why aren't you hanging out?
Wait, hold on. I can still ape the Bored Ape Discord. I will open it up. I will open the floor up for any sort of apologies that Davis or Tuttle want to make right now about the Bored Ape slander that you guys have.
Why not me? Don't I need to apologize too? And I'm not, but
I'll say this. If the way that people felt about Top Shot in January and February is the way I feel about Bored Ape Twitter, I just want to say to everyone, I get it. And I'm sorry because the way I feel about Bored Ape Twitter is just, please stop. Please stop. It is the worst thing that's ever happened to my timeline.
See, my thing, I am legitimately, and I am not being sarcastic. I am legitimately happy for the Bored Ape people. They just don't do it for me. I still want to buy a hash mask before I buy a Bored Ape. They don't do it for me, but I'm genuinely happy for you guys.
You know what? The good thing here is David has learned from his past Top Shot mistakes of not selling the top.
Yeah, he's definitely cashing out, getting some ETH. Yeah, no doubt about it. He definitely learned, I think.
Let me go back here to our
please read it. Read it.
Monday morning. This was after I'm currently down 12K on Morant and Luka purchases. About 1 minute, literally 1 minute after. Also, I delisted my number 2021 ape that was on sale for 20 ETH. It's getting crazy out there. I'm probably going to list it for 100 ETH.
When that sale happens and I tweet out the worst day of my life,
worst day of your life,
you guys are going to rue the day. First of all, the floor has gone up. Just to take people back, Bored Apes is it's a community-based avatar, which is kind of just taken off. And I minted 3 for like 0.08, sold on the way up, bought and sold. It's fun. Like I can understand like people that got in early on CryptoPunks. Davis, you don't own a CryptoPunk either. Not even like a fractional part of one, right?
Don't do this, man. Don't do this.
So it makes sense that you're out on Bored Apes too. So as far as like things just started happening and from 0.08 ETH, now the floor got up to like 1.8 or 1.9. There's 10,000 of these things, almost 4,000 owners. And now you've got just everyone.
Just an amazing community. Community.
It is. And Tuttle, you and Davis tried to, I don't know. You guys tried to play like the cool kids, and
no,
like
it just doesn't interest me, man.
No, when I tweeted out, I tweeted out changing my avatar to the number 2021 jersey number for Bored Apes. And you're like, oh, cool engagement, bro. And then Tuttle was like,
yeah,
cool,
I know what you were trying to do. You're trying to farm engagements because we shamed you on the last show.
And what happened?
You probably got like 43 faves and like felt amazing.
No, I got like 40 people. I got like 40 people that followed me. Like this is just another. I have tapped out of the fantasy DFS Twitter. Like no one's following old Soccer Dave for DFS.
They tapped you out of there.
I think you've been tapped out. Look, if you're not ready to argue with Eric Beimfor about Samaje P. Ryan, like we don't need you around these parts.
So anyways, but basically I have got the jersey number of Bored Apes 2021. And I think it's going to be worth something, and I'm counting on Roham to buy it for 50.
And this, so Soccer Dave, if I'm understanding you correctly, this would be what is the 2021 analogous to? Is this like pulling like a number 1 of like Torian Prince, or is this like a LeBron James jersey number?
Yeah, this is like the jersey number. Like there's a 2007 CryptoPunk. I think it's on sale right now for $5 million. If you took the like proportioned of like the Bored Apes to CryptoPunk ratio, I think it'd be like 300,000 or something like that.
So do you think that this is the most valuable Bored Ape there is?
No, I don't think it's the most valuable, but I do think it's a very valuable, especially to the numerology bros. So
to the community,
Yeah. So, but I will always have a Bored Ape. Like clip this.
I'll always have a Bored Ape. I'll always have a Bitcoin Angel.
Please do.
Because you won't be able to sell it.
Yeah, please. Yeah, Devin, please clip that.
All right. Listen, I'm not going to let you guys take off the shine of old Soccer Dave because it's been a pretty wonderful week. Julio Jones to the Titans, and then
Planet Fitness opens back up.
And then I get eligible for the Top Shot rare pack. And did you guys see what I pulled?
You pulled something sick, right?
At KD.
Number 65 or number 67, Kevin Durant. And I was saving it for the Swolecast. I was saving the open for the Swolecast. And then I made it 4 hours. Then a buddy's like, hey, what'd you get? And I was like, well, shoot, I need to tell him.
Was it MGLE?
Yeah, it's Durant's like only MGLE and the first rare since the run it back. The number 65, I think
that's got to be like $70-$80 now.
Floor is 2K.
The best part is listening to somebody that collects Top Shots say all these irrelevant things to the actual price of the thing. Like it's his first rare since blah blah blah.
Yeah,
like that actually matters. You
don't think it matters, Tuttle?
No, not one bit. Nor does the serial number that much.
No, it does. The serial number.
No. A 65 out of 499. It will give you maybe a 5% premium.
Your cardboard is showing right now.
No, 100%. Tell me. Show me evidence to the contrary on that.
Peter, I'm gonna tap you in on this.
Ask the question.
The serial number, so like Socrdave'S 65 out of 499. That's gonna maybe like a 5% premium. We're talking.
No, it's more than 5%.
No,
you said it doesn't matter. First of all, now you're kind of moving the goalpost, saying that
not as much as people say it does.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're just the market for those is very small. There's only so many dinglings out there that are going to put the massive premium on it.
However, if the floor,
sad because you thought Peter would back him up.
No, if the floor is 2K, then you're going like out of 500, the number 65, a 2-digit serial is going to be more valuable than a 3-digit serial.
Yeah,
that's
so
just,
in order of priority,
that's just science.
Yes, it gives it priority over the other ones. Correct.
Yeah. Where the 2 digits really come into play are with the rookies, are with the 4-star rookies, where the 2-digit premium is like 150% over the floor.
So I bought some more Moms yesterday.
Wow,
and
floor raiser Dave. He's doing the Lord's work. Everyone give Dave a round of applause.
Smash the floor, baby.
Smash the floor.
Well, it's because I just feel like there's some guys that I wanted to complete like the collector part of me. I know Levitan says there's no such thing as a collector, but
Levitan is a rent seeker. Levitan is a rent seeker.
So I got Darius Garland's MGLE from this, and I got another Darius Garland Mome that I hadn't owned yet, and then an Aaron Neesmith. So I completed my my Vandy guys, and then I've got the collector score for the Hollow drop as well.
What's the collector score for that?
They think it might be like double what this rare one was, which was 2,500. Did you qualify for the drop?
No, because my bag's not big enough. I've qualified for all of the prior ones because I am actually a collector. I have like 110 moments in my collection, but I have profited too much in Top Shot trading to be eligible for the last drop.
It's not just profit. Like I was eligible before they even introduced like the profit. It's like the number of Momes and like the just the tiers of guys that you're collecting.
And also kind of like what's in your heart too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, I wasn't mad to not be eligible. It's like I'm glad they're trying new things with the collector score and finding ways to make moments eligible for new people. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. Then I would,
So one of the best. Yeah.
No, I just want, because it seems like, everyone keeps doing is Top Shot dead, all this stuff, but it seems like it has relit a flame in your life. You're falling in love with it all over again.
That's why I said yesterday or 2 days ago, I took a screenshot of me being eligible for, or being like eligible for the pack. Like I got in at like number 1100, and then B, getting the Durant moment and screenshotting it and telling people like what I got. Like this is what we used to do many years ago in the Top Shot world.
Like 6 years ago in Top Shot time.
Yeah. And so my whole thing for Top Shot is we're going to make it. Like we are going to make it.
You want to know why it felt like the good old days of Top Shot? You just running so unbelievably pure on securing packs and then just pulling the nuts. So we are back once Kitchen's just banking sick stuff.
It's like the influencer perks. And once NFL takes off, it's going to moon as well. Like,
so that is a real thing. When they launch whatever the NFL version of Top Shot is, what do we think happens to our NBA Momes?
Here's what I think there might be some incentive for people that have NBA Momes. Yeah,
they're good. People who have, X amount of Top Shot Momes are going to get priority access to packs, early, or that just be ready for that now. If you're a person who likes to get mad online, just prepare your diatribe for being mad online about that.
It's gonna be that will be awesome. That's like one of the interactions
NFL.
I
don't care about the stupid NBA. Why does it matter about the stupid? I don't LaCry James LeBum. I don't care about LeBum. I just care about the NFL.
LeBron changes number to number 6. Peter, what do you think about the numerology bros? For
what ones do we want?
23-6.
Yeah, I mean, people have talked about it. The consensus seems to be it's whatever the number is in the moment. And I don't know, aren't they always going to associate him with 23 mostly? I mean,
well, he wore number 6 in Miami too.
Yeah. You don't remember pre 2021
LeBron. How was the bubble, Damian Lee?
Wait, what did he wear in Cleveland?
23.
Yeah. come on. Pull everyone on the streets what LeBron number he's synonymous with, and it's 23 in a landslide. Get out of here with this shit.
Well, so for me, I didn't fall in love with the NBA until I was a very casual follower. And when I started really following it was in 2010, was in that season. So I do associate him with 6.
I do. Yeah. And I do too. So, but I understand people just now getting in the NBA, they might have different feelings.
No, some of us, were following LeBron from the second he came into the league. We were watching his games versus Carmelo back in high school and are actually true fans.
I actually watch his games against Carmelo as well. Carmelo and I played in the same AU tournament as Carmelo. Fun fact.
Did you guys play against each other?
No, but
Kitchen bodied him up, dude.
I know.
Who's the best player you played against, Kitchen, in your prime?
Darius Garland.
No, David Harrison. I don't know if you remember that guy, 6'11" guy who was in the Mayhem, the Palace. What was it? Malice at the Palace. McDonald's High School All-American. So he dunked on me and got a technical in high school. And then the best guy I played with would be CJ Watson. He played in the NBA for a number of years.
You ever play basketball with any NFL players?
I can't remember. I played basketball with an N1 guy. This is going to be old school, but you guys remember the N1 players?
Yeah,
Chopper.
Hot sauce.
Hot
those
sauce,
are my dudes.
yeah.
Do you remember Chopper? He's a guy that did like a 360. So he went to MTSU and he was like in our little basketball circle. So
I played against you remember he's like a 6'11", 7-foot guy, played on the Sixers and the Hornets, Jason Smith. Do you remember him?
Didn't he kill a guy?
Did he?
Didn't Jason Smith kill a guy?
He's like a tall white Jason Smith. I really hope he didn't.
Or no, that was Jason Williams.
Jason Williams. I was like,
Jason Williams.
God.
That'd be hilarious.
Okay, all right.
I used to play pickup basketball with CP and Marcus Golden, who is a Giants linebacker at Hutch.
Yeah, I know Golden.
Davis, when you saw CP3 just absolutely taking over the fourth quarter, what
felt
were your
great,
thoughts?
man. Oklahoma City legend, did everything for that franchise game. Any player who has ever donned a Thunder jersey, I'm never saying anything bad about him ever again. Like, that's just the way it goes. Carmelo, void of criticism. Paul George, no criticism. Like, that's just the way it works.
All right.
I am more of a homer for the Thunder than you are for the Titans.
No, there's no chance.
Yes. When that organization cannot do anything wrong.
Well, first of all, I'm not sure that's something you want to brag about.
I'm just saying it's true.
Yeah.
But let's see if this is true. Let's go to Davis Mattek on moment ranks and see how many Lou Dort moments he still has.
I am the biggest Lou Dort bag holder.
Okay, yeah. We got some SGA. Oh yeah, we got the Nick Collison running back even.
It is legit true.
But if the NFL when the NFL gives Top Shot, whatever it's going to be called, like, I'm just going to have like 11 million showcases for Titans players.
You know what?
Like,
you know what sucks is the guys I like are going to be priced insane. Like the guy, McCole Hardman. I'll be able to get McCole cheap.
Yeah, like CeeDee Lamb, those guys.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why, I mean, we've said this before, but that's why it's going to be so dangerous is, at least for me, not knowing a lot of the NBA guys, I naturally went to the studs because those were the names I knew. With NFL, I mean, the amount of shit I'm going to be buying because
LaVisca.
I have them on.
Yeah.
That's not shit, Dave.
I mean...
Patrick Laird blocking on a play.
No, Laird Momes will be good. Laird Momes will be good.
God, I mean, the first thing I'm doing is sliding into Roham's DM about a Laird Mome.
The cake Mome. Cake Mome.
Who has more valuable a year from now? The initial Tim Tebow NFL Mome or the Laird
you could
Mome?
say LeBron hollow dunk and the Tebow Mome is going to be more valuable.
All right. Let's talk about, I won't even say that much on this, but the Julio to the Titans.
You are going to say a lot on
No,
it.
I'm not. I'm not, Peter. I'm going to let you take the floor. Because I feel like anything I say, people might see some sort of Titans bias, but I'm going to let you take the floor on what this means for this Titans offense.
I mean, I don't give a shit really what it means for them as a team. For fantasy, I don't think anything has really changed that much for Julio and AJ Brown. I think it's great for the offense. It's great for Tannehill. I mean, I think he was kind of sliding in drafts to kind of QB 15 range. And I think he's now right there at like QB 10 probably.
Is he anything different,
I think it's
though?
exciting. What's that?
Is he anything different?
I mean, I just think to go from, Josh Reynolds as your wide receiver to
Julio. It's a big shift. Cause like my reaction to this trade was the Titans were probably not going to be that good if they went into the season with, Jeff Swaim and Des Fitzpatrick and Josh Reynolds playing lots of snaps for them. Like they needed to do something. I mean, they needed to add somebody, some trade had to been made. If it wasn't for Julio, T.Y. Hilton from the Colts, like literally just anything. They could not go into the season with what they had.
No, that's fair. I was thinking like from last year's team, is it that big of a obviously
to your point, they put up 30 points a game last year.
Right.
The Titans did.
Yeah, but Corey Davis is a lot better than Josh Reynolds, and Jonnu Smith is a lot better than Ferkser.
Yeah, we were looking at it from different viewpoints. I don't know if it's a massive upgrade for obviously the player and the
no, it just keeps them at the level that they were at. I think.
I think this is the perfect complement for what the Titans needed with the Derrick Henry in the backfield. I mean, they faced the most 8-man boxes.
All right, I'm gonna fact check this.
Okay.
Does anyone want to wager on if Derrick Henry, where Derrick Henry was at in terms of 8-man boxes?
I buy that Kitchen heard that on some like talk radio thing. And,
there was a tweet. I saw the beat writer tweet it. There was a beat writer. It wasn't even the note. You know how people take pictures of the notes? It was kind of like that, but it wasn't the notes app.
Yeah.
And it was like, these are the numbers that Derrick Henry had versus 8-man box. Here's the numbers that Julio Jones had versus X.
Well, yeah, the whole premise is that like Julio Jones had one of the least amount of 8-man boxes, like going up against 8-man boxes, like
Ron Davenport. There it is.
Yes, because they had Ridley also on the opposite side. So
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like if they went into this season without Julio, I mean, you just double cover AJ and stack the box. I mean, and make those other guys beat you. That's a lot harder now.
Yeah, agree. So, but for fantasy purposes, like for stacks, we kind of talked about it before. Like, could you do this for stacks? Like, what are you doing in best ball drafts, Davis?
Tannehill. So the way the Titans,
I should ask Overzet because he was the original Titans stacker in best ball drafts this year.
Well, the thing is the prices that these guys are at. I'm pretty much always taking someone else. Actually, I've started taking AJ Brown because AJ Brown has fallen about half a round now, like the last 2 days. But for a while, it was like, Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, or a lot of the times your second running back. Like you could take Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Joe Mixon, Austin Eckler, or AJ Brown. And then if you don't have AJ Brown, you're probably not taking Tannehill. Like you're probably taking Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, Trey Lance, Justin Fields. And then I take Henry if I have the third or fourth pick or whatever, and he's there. But the Ferkser and Reynolds were the guys I drafted the most from the Titans.
And Ferkser still could, do something as a late round tight end.
By the way, Derrick Henry faced 8+ men in the box on 27% of his rushes, which is good for 21st most or something like that in the NFL, according to NFL Next Gen Stats.
That's wrong, Davis.
I linked the tweet David is exactly referencing in YouTube chat.
Yeah, Davis. Don't you go back behind
I'm just screen. I'm looking at 8+ men in the box on NFL Next Gen Stats.
I bet you are.
This is what we do best is kind of get into the weeds about men in the box.
It's a very serious football
2020 stat. Davis fact checking is definitely a segment that we need to have on the show. Okay, so moving on from the Titans.
Wow.
Let's go with the Packers, Tuttle, because I'm not sure if you've seen, we've entered into the practice report season where yesterday
Love it.
Jordan Love could
Paywall
not
Pete
advance.
season.
He cannot advance the ball in the 2-minute drill past the 50, sail to pass over guys. And like the same beat writer today posted all of these passes that he got like in a row. And I guess you had the tight ends coach that was flaming Jordan Love and say he was too hot. Like, where do you see this Packer stuff shaking out?
We just got to bring DeShone Kizer back, I think. He had a nice little run for us there when Rodgers got hurt a couple years ago. No, it's not gonna go well. It's not. I'm not very high on Jordan Love at all.
Like, what are the odds on Rodgers staying in?
He gone.
Yeah, he's definitely a favorite to be gone. I don't know exact odds on it. Do we have betting market updates on that?
Peter, can you find that?
Yeah, let me look at it.
No, it's out there.
It's got to be out there.
I think DK has it posted. Pete, you look, since I don't want to get logged out of my DFS account, logging into the sportsbook account, that's not a problem for you?
Wow.
Yeah, that's supposed to be grinding the French Open.
Davis, have you done any Packers stacks?
No, and that's probably a leak. Like, I feel like doing the Adams Rodgers thing right now is probably pretty plus EV just on, whatever chance it ends up, because Adams is cheaper than he should be. Rodgers is cheaper than he should be. And, at the end of the day, inertia is a very powerful force. And they've made the NFC Conference Championship. Obviously, Rodgers stands to lose a lot of money. There's no obvious trade partner like the Broncos, because they took that dipshit cornerback instead of taking Justin Fields. Their trade package that they can offer is way worse. I don't know. Can the Texans put together an offer? Probably not. Can the Raiders put together an offer? Maybe. But it just feels like probably both parties are incentivized to just figure it out and get him to play. But I feel like it's so unlikely. It's just a very weird situation.
Yeah, man, I notice it in drafts all the time too. Like, no one wants Tunyon either. Like, he's always available there. So times I've grabbed Adams, I definitely have been grabbing Rodgers and Tunyon just because they're so cheap. But Lazard is free too if you want him. Like, literally last round. Like, no one wants him. Couldn't
you make the safety blanket argument at least with Tunyon? Like,
I think so. Yeah, for sure.
Like, volume could get he's not going to score touchdowns at the rate that he scored.
I don't know.
Last year,
I think he's totally a Rodgers creation. And I think that Funchess is back. They draft Amari Rodgers. Like, I just feel like Tunyon ends up getting pretty squeezed. I mean, that could very easily be wrong, but I'm just not that into him.
So where's Jordan Love going?
He's not really.
Like, free?
Take him with your last pick. Yeah.
Give me those Love Tunyon stacks, baby.
This is like Justin Herbert last year, right? I mean,
are you guys galaxy branding any super late QBs in best ball?
Yes, I remember I made this bet with Beim about Jameis Winston, and people on Twitter actually convinced me to change my mind. That clearly,
no, that's never happened.
I swear to God, I did it this morning. I did
a home and becomes a Bayesian. Wow.
but these guys are right that Taysom Hill is actually the upside guy, because if he gets, however many starts, he's going to run. And there is still some off chance. I don't know, maybe I put this at 5% probability that Taysom is like the red zone quarterback. Even if they do start Jameis in these games, that they have Taysom packages. And so maybe he can even, get you 16 points or whatever on, your other quarterbacks bye week. So all Saints other than Kamara and Michael Thomas are free. Like, Troutman, free. Traquan Smith, free. Marquez Callaway, super free. So you're sitting there in the 17th round of one of these best balls and you're like, shit, I need a second stack. You go Traquan, Taysom, bing, bang. That's as galaxy brain as I can get. I mean, that's very galaxy brain.
I'll set Kitchen up. The one other one I heard floated around somewhere, and I can't remember where, was a little Mariota in Oakland, or Las Vegas, rather.
Yeah. I mean, I was guilty of that last year as far as because he was the highest paid backup. He actually did good.
Yeah, he looked good when he was in there.
And he would be a fantasy upgrade over Carr in that he would he could use his legs.
More. Yeah. He's got to be like 32-ish years old by now.
This is probably one of those things where we look and he's like 27. He just feels
he's probably like, I'm gonna say 28.
I'm like 27.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
Because the Titans picked up his 5th year contract, and then this will be his 2nd year in Oakland, so 7 years in the league. But yeah, like I don't mind that. I mean, last year my Galaxy brain that almost worked out was Andy Dalton. An Andy Dalton stack in Dallas because he had all of those weapons. And if Dak got hurt, it was going to be valuable. He wasn't as valuable as I thought he was going to be, but kind of the same. It's an easy stack if you get the receivers.
I mean, I feel like that is the lesson. If you're going to Galaxy brain a backup quarterback, they better have rushing upside. The Taysom Hill, the Mariota, the Jalen Hurts last year. Like otherwise, you're just going full siege on us for fun.
Yeah. What about New England? Pete, like, what are you doing there? You staying away completely from that situation?
I have done a couple Cam ones really late when he slides, but I've gone the other way. Is so unattractive to me just in general what their offense is going to be for best ball. I feel like I've passed over the 2 tight ends staring at me just every single time.
Sue, that's the thing. I have taken because it's like Jonnu Smith in the 15th round. Like I can't help myself. Like I literally cannot help. I just do it. And it's got to be bad. Like Jonnu Smith is going to have like 38 receptions this year, but I've taken him and Henry a bunch. But I mean, you know who's going to be the best ball pick on the Patriots? It's going to be Ramondre Stevenson. He's going to end up being the best Patriots best ball selection.
Yeah.
He's gotten the DFS Twitter steam, that's for sure.
New England is gonna like make Baltimore look pass heavy. So, it's gonna be so bad.
And so why are we assuming that Damian Harris is just donezo? He looked pretty good last year.
I don't. It's just you always take the cheapest Patriots running back.
Yeah.
I take James White too, because if Mac Jones gets in there, James White is just gonna do his thing.
You guys remember when Silva was promoting Rex Burkhead in the 4th?
Was it there that summer that was it Silva and Scott Barrett were going back and forth? Either they were trying to have the hottest take on Rex Burkhead or they were debating it. I can't remember.
Silva led the charge for Burkhead, and it might be because 95% of Silva's calls work out. But this might have been the worst of the Silva takes.
The thing about Rex, man, he's disappointed in so many levels, even in the DFS spot starts when all of us would get excited to start him. I think Tuttle, we've referenced it. It was that time we were in Nashville and the Raiders were playing the Patriots in Mexico, and he was getting a spot start, and we were all obsessed with him at wasn't he 3,500 too?
Yeah, he was under 4K.
Yep.
Yeah, he just flops every time.
I think he actually scored 1 touchdown, but that saved his day because he didn't do anything else.
My first ever showdown bink was that playoff game between the Chargers and the Patriots where James White, Sony Michel, and Rex Burkhead all got 15 plus DK points. And I was a noob to Showdown, and I didn't understand that you needed to create all these intricate rules to keep running backs from being in the same lineup. And I had all 3 of them in a 150 set. And it was obviously super unique and was a terrible lineup to put in the first place. Cool. That's my Rex Burkhead story.
Yeah. I like it.
Another great Rex Burkhead story is our buddy Hassan wanting to bid $400 on him in week 4 last year in fab bidding.
When you go full 0 RB, you get those goggles on and Rex starts to look pretty damn good.
Real good.
All right.
Hold up. Corey in YouTube chat listed the late round stack that I was going to sarcastically give Jared Goff and Quintus Cephas, and he even added Rashard Perriman.
No, people are on the backdoor Lions thing. It's like a real thing out there.
Well, explain your tweet, Davis, because you were saying there, or was your tweet a whole anti-Lions tweet, or were you saying the passing game is undervalued?
My tweet was saying that DeAndre Swift is being overdrafted. That it doesn't. You can't really reconcile. One second, my speakers just died. So you can't really reconcile the fact that DeAndre Swift is going as a 3rd round pick on a team with what they're projected to win 4 games. And everyone expects the Lions to be bad. Everyone else on their offense goes super, super late. And it just doesn't, like, because so much of running back production is based off of what the quarterback does. You can't really untie the two things. And every other Lions player the market just doesn't care about them, but the market still loves Swift.
Like, how many players from last year on bad teams like worked out?
James Robinson?
Yeah. But he wasn't even the pick. Like, he wasn't even the pick until later on in the season. Like, it would have been.
The problem is the market is also drafting Jamal Williams like 125th overall, and the team is giving us every indication they plan on being a timeshare. And what made James Robinson valuable was that he literally did not come off the field. Like, he was the only running back who played multiple games of 90+% of the snaps.
Yeah, but we didn't know that until one other guy was suspended and another guy was hurt in that Jags backfield last year.
I think it's interesting too, because now everyone's up in arms on Twitter about the RB dead zone. It has become the term du jour this past week.
Big time.
But it was so different last year, where it was the David Montgomerys and all these guys that didn't catch passes in the 4th round. And now it's interesting because this year it's like DeAndre Swift and Miles Sanders, who are guys we wanted to draft as 2nd round picks, who have now fallen from grace. And it's almost like
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 3rd round
in CH. And it's like, man, some of those guys start to look good to me there because they're going to actually catch passes.
Oh, I'm taking CEH. Like, he's probably going to end up being my most drafted guy by the end of all of this, or at least most drafted running back.
Remember when David Montgomery turned into Christian McCaffrey at the end of last year?
It's
buddy,
and people just kept on like fading him each and every week, and he couldn't
play
do
Devin
that.
Booker over him.
I do this podcast.
Booker?
You might have heard of it, called the Gillcast.
Oh, not Devin Booker.
I have non-fond memories, but very specific memories of not playing David Montgomery, as he just locked up 25 DK points every week.
Devontae Booker. There we go.
That the David Montgomery thing is one of those like those blind spots where you have that preconceived notion of who he is, and then during the season you hang on to that notion, and it just
a lot of people are going to have their judgment clouded by remembering him being good and then not realizing that Damian Williams is on the team.
Well, like Singletary is another guy like that, where people's initial kind of reactions from him being drafted, like clouded judgment during the season sometimes as well. But Bill's exposure, Davis, where are you at?
I mean, I'm going to get probably kicked off the show, but Diggs's price tag is a little rich for me. Like taking Diggs ahead of like DeAndre Hopkins and, even like Justin Jefferson.
Diggs over Hopkins seems pretty obvious to me.
Yeah, not for me. Like Hopkins.
Not if you're into the horizontal air raid.
Like I don't know. Maybe I need to unread perfect pass. I think maybe I still am getting a little bit of intoxication from all of the things that the air raid could be. I don't know. And I feel like the Bills are going to have a harder time running back their offensive system. That, like, this just happens to most teams, that you kind of take everyone by storm one year, and then it's a little bit, the sledding is a little bit more difficult. And maybe I'm completely wrong, but I don't know. It just feels weird to me.
I actually think if the ideal version of the air raid happened in Arizona, it would actually not be that
for Hopkins,
great, because he benefited from the broken horizontal raid where Kyler just did the one read, the 5-yard things. Like, they're actually airing it out with Rondell or whatever this year. I mean, that's going to hurt his target share, where I feel like Diggs, I mean, what is going to threaten Diggs' 30% target share this year in Buffalo?
You're right. Diggs is locked in.
Duke Williams.
Jake Kumaro, I think, is still on the roster.
Yeah, people are hype on Gabriel Davis too, which I get, but man, I think Diggs is going to roll again.
Practice reports training camp reports, conditioning reports that have made you the most bullish on a player, Pete?
Yeah, I was reading. I'm definitely in the trenches now with these guys with blurb season. Now that I'm writing the Fantasy Life newsletter a few days a week. Who was I writing about today? There was a few. Oh, I thought the Gus Edwards giving him the 10 million is interesting too, more as it pertains to people are still drafting J.K. Dobbins in like the early third round of drafts. And there's now the report that J.K. Dobbins is going to catch passes. I don't necessarily believe that that's going to happen with enough frequency to pay off a third round ADP. And so I don't know, them giving the tender, restricted free agency tender to Edwards, then sign him to a 2-year 10 mil. Like he's going to be very involved again. And now Mark Ingram's gone. So I'm definitely starting to warm a little bit to Gus Edwards as a 0 RB pick.
I mean, I am warmed to Gus Edwards as a 0 RB pick, but I feel like Baltimore can score enough points and be good enough on offense for both of them to be fine. Because if Dobbins catches 40 passes and scores like 13 times, like basically does what Mark Ingram did in 2019, Edwards can still get his, 140 points or whatever, and it's not a problem.
Last question I have is Pittsburgh, because obviously the wide receiver situation is interesting. If you listen to the local Pittsburgh beat writers, Big Ben's going to have a stronger arm this year than he did last
How
year.
much do those dudes lick his boots?
I mean,
Are they really saying that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is because like he had surgery on it before last season, and he basically needed a little bit of time to get stronger. So,
I mean, of all those kind of quarterbacks that are getting up there, 35 plus, I mean, Roethlisberger is the one where it just feels like week 2, the wheels could come off. Not even an injury, just like he can't throw the ball anymore. Peyton Manning style that last year with the Broncos. Like it seems so close to the end for him.
Are you proposing a Mason Rudolph stack?
Is he in the NFL still?
I don't think so.
Probably as a practice squad player.
Who is it? Is Joshua Dobbs? Is he their backup right now?
I think he's in Jacksonville.
I think they brought him back. I think they brought him back to Pittsburgh.
Supposedly Dwayne Haskins is on the depth chart too. The one I'm looking at. I don't know.
That is true.
Is Dwayne Haskins our galaxy brain baseball quarterback?
There it is, baby. Slinging it.
I mean, if he steps in and he has those 3 wide receivers, I don't hate it.
Yeah. Like, are you drafting any of those wide receivers?
I have been when they're there in the 6th, 7th round. I prefer Claypool just because of my general age bias, but I think all of those guys, I mean, I definitely prefer Deontay and Claypool
to Juju.
It's a little gross taking Juju, but I've done it.
Okay.
Davis, go ahead.
It's not gross to take any of them. Big Ben's cheap. And if he guts it out for 17 weeks, like those guys are going to be productive. I mean, Ben was bad last year. Like Ben was not a good NFL quarterback last year, and those guys were still good. So if he I don't know, if he gets some good drugs or whatever and finds a way to get there, like I think they can all be good.
That's all we need. That's all of us need. Just some good drugs in life, and we can get there.
I just went to a Twitter search for my Dwayne Haskins research. And in response to a tweet that says, Pouncey is gone, Villanueva is gone. You'll get Dotson back, but the rest of the line is a question mark. Your best backup is Mason Rudolph. And after your starters, you have 0 serviceable receivers. Your starters can be very good, but once you have to hit depth, it's over.
James Washington is pretty good.
And at Jack M. Holiday respond, poof, just wait till they put Dwayne Haskins on the field and he starts lobbing 70-yard dimes.
70-yard dimes and Dwayne Haskins are basically synonymous with each other.
Exactly.
What round is Deshaun Watson going in?
He's not getting drafted in the underdog ones.
Man.
He gets drafted in some of the ones I do. I mean, it does feel like whoever ends up winning the stupid $1 million, like they're going to look back and be like, oh, obviously this guy took Deshaun Watson, who is like the QB3. It's like, it just feels like one of those, like if I could max enter this and the money just didn't matter to me at all. Like if I was horsing for CSU in these, I'd be taking Deshaun Watson a bunch. Let's put it that way.
Well, you get him last round then in a lot of drafts.
As of right now, but as like, if he picks up steam, like you're not like, he is going to just move up. Like if he's going to play this season, like today, he's actually trending on Twitter right now because one of his former teammates. He said he wants to play
in Denver.
Yeah, say he wants to play in Denver. Like imagine Deshaun Watson in Denver.
Imagine it.
With some of those receiving options like that would be.
Just imagine any functional human being quarterback. Just imagine like any quarterback in Denver.
Dude, that offense would be so damn
like bring Jay Cutler back.
Davis, you don't know how many Noah Fant cards I have bought on Star Stock.
I have.
Wait, you okay?
Oh boy,
you're buying. So you're a big Noah Fant truther. I love this.
I just randomly bought a bunch of the receivers and
I have Judy, Sutton, and Fant. I have a bunch of them sitting here in this box.
Oh, nice. Your speculative cardboard buys for this upcoming season. I like it.
When are you going to get those graded, Davis?
I have a shipment off of PSA. I'll be getting them back, 2023, 2024.
Don't worry. They're safe. They're safe in the Adidas shoebox.
You should convert one into a necklace after it's graded and wear it on the show.
Yeah.
Do people do that? Is that a thing?
Oh, the Charizard.
Yeah. Logan Paul did it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was after my bedtime, dude.
$300,000 card that he just hung around his neck.
And it was graded by Beckett.
Did any of you guys watch? I was like, I'm not going to stay up for this, but did any of you guys end up watching that?
I did not.
I saw like replays here and there, but
No, I started a new series that has been out for a while on Netflix called Startup. Have you guys heard of it?
You guys heard of it? The Office?
Is Adam Brody the lead on that?
Yes.
I haven't. I've seen the thumbnail, but I haven't watched it.
I was a big the OC guy. Like that was during my college years.
Seth Cohen. That was basically my hero in high school.
Confidence Cohen. Oh man, when she told Cohen. Oh yeah. So, anyways, and then Julie, what was her name? I forget. The mom.
Wait, who? Oh, the mom.
Julie Cooper.
Yeah.
Julie Nichols Cooper. Yeah. So like, man, that was during my time. So he's in it. And the guy, the British guy who plays.
This is great. This is like talking to my like father-in-law about the new show they're watching. There's this guy.
Yeah, the British guy that plays in Sherlock.
David, please.
Anyways, good show.
So entertained.
Would recommend it. People are tuning in 50 minutes into the show for more NFL takes. They want to know what we're tuning into.
I'll give a show that I've been enjoying recently on HBO. Hacks is super good. It's from Mike Schur, the guy who did Parks and Rec and Brooklyn Nine-Nine and stuff. And it's about this famous comedian in Vegas. And then she has like this protege who's come to help her write. And it's set in Las Vegas and very well written and funny.
Do you
tell
us the name of it or no?
Hacks.
Okay.
Like
Tuttle,
us.
what are you?
My biggest show take is that the Mayor of Easttown was good but overhyped.
I agree with that take.
Yeah,
it was not a mystery show, dude. It was a show about family dynamics and about personal growth. And if you were only into it for the murder mystery, you weren't gonna like it.
Dude, I have had a tweet I just remembered in my drafts that I was worried I wasn't able to send because of spoilers. Are we past spoilers for?
Yeah, once you're a week out, dude. No one's ever watching Mayor of Easton ever again. It's gone to the Ides of time.
We'll do a live debut. My tweet was, I thought it was pretty messed up that the mayor of Easttown broke girl code and turned her friend's son in for murder.
I don't think that's that funny.
No,
probably better kept in the drafts.
She was so upset at her for like, how could you do this? How could you do this to my son? It's, well, he fucking killed someone. So that's why. And then she's, what was the boy's name?
Brian Ross.
No, like the character's name. She kept saying my what? What was his
Ryan.
name? My
Ryan
Brian?
Ross.
Yeah.
Ryan.
You know his last name?
Oh my god.
Dude, I got deep the week before. I went deep in the Reddit. The week before the finale, I went deep in the Reddit to see what people were saying.
That was like me and Mr. Robot. I was in the Reddit too. Mr. Robot was the thing that reminded me most of Lost.
And when I say deep, I meant I spent about 17 minutes reading the Mare of Easton Reddit.
I guess it didn't, like, even earlier in the year, like The Undoing, that show, like I went down more like the Reddit rabbit hole with some of those mysteries. I don't know. Mare of Easttown just didn't grab me in a way that I
just thought Kate Winslet was like so fucking good. Like I was just like, this is like an unbelievable acting performance from this gal.
Okay. I'm going to mention a show that probably none of you have watched, maybe Tuttle, but it's like a soap opera for guys type of show. Yellowstone.
Playmakers?
Yellowstone with Kevin Costner.
I have not.
I've actually seen it. It seems like mildly interesting to me because I love Montana stuff.
Well, yeah, then it would be. Have you seen Yellowstone, Peter, or you just been there?
I haven't. I have been there.
Good reviews though. Good reviews.
Yeah. It seems like it's a little slow, but one of those that's rewarding if you stick with it.
I can see that.
And that's so it's very hard because I know it was so many shows, right? Like you just have to get through the 3 or 4 episodes and you get hooked. But
you got to get the character development.
Through those 3 and 4 can feel like a big chore.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. Anything you guys want to pump before we end the show?
This jersey match, Bored Ape, I think is just one of the most incredible NFTs I've ever seen. I mean, I think it's worth like probably 500 ETH, but I don't know if the guy would take even 100 ETH for it.
Can we talk about? Can I actually say something bearish about Bitcoin?
Wow.
Oh,
not even.
You're saving it for the end of the show. We should have started with this,
baby.
Here's the thing, guys. It is very cool that a sovereign nation in the world recognize Bitcoin.
Are you moving to El Salvador?
This is a country that is ruled by a dictator, right? Like he unilaterally rules. Now they can only rule for 5 years, right? But once a president is there's no checks. It is a presidential. There's a more specific nomenclature, but it's essentially a presidential monarchy. And it's like, this is not like the best, most benevolent government in the world. And El Salvador is like nothing of the world GDP. So like laser eyes Twitter, like let's come on. Like, come on. Enough.
I think, because this
I'm talking to Nate Knowling and he's like, dude, it's just a matter of time before it's all of South America. And
I think it is something to where like if it's recognized if it's forced to recognize as a currency, like by the US, like a digital foreign currency or whatever, like then that's going to be good for Bitcoin.
I'm not saying this is bad for Bitcoin. I'm just saying that this is the sort of thing where the community, if you will, there may be where there it's maybe a little much. Like it's maybe a little much to all of a sudden celebrate.
Davis now telling Bitcoin Twitter they need to calm down a little bit after a nation has declared it as their legal tender.
Which is why it feels so weird, because obviously if you tell me this 2 years ago, I'm like, oh my God, Bitcoin's worth $1 million a coin. Yeah. I don't know. It's just maybe I'm becoming a little bit wiser and calmer in my old age. I can't believe
Davis admitting he changed his mind on something and now has some slight FUD about Bitcoin. Who the hell are you?
No FUD. I'm not giving any FUD. I'm not selling my coins. I'm not checking the price in a panic. Like none of these things.
Davis, when flippening.
Well, if the price of Bitcoin keeps going down, then eventually it's not going to be a flippening. It's just going to be an evening. But although I see on Twitter that the people are happy today, so maybe that means there's green numbers.
Well, I shouldn't tell you, right? Because you're not checking it. Yeah.
I mean, you can tell me, but I'm not checking the price. I've not had to pay any money.
Yeah, Bulls won today, basically. All right. Davis, anything you want to pump? Anything you're working on? Anything you're buying?
No, I'm not. I'm buying the same things. I'm always buying. I'm doing a take cast tomorrow with this dude, Alex Gladstein, who is the chief strategy officer for the Human Rights Foundation. And he is super into Bitcoin and its applications for helping people in Nigeria and things like that. So I'm very excited to talk to him tomorrow.
So basically your opinion on this El Salvador thing might change after tomorrow.
Maybe it will. I mean, so that's the thing. It's super bullish for people in El Salvador who they use US dollars there, but they're not getting stimmies. They're not, their government is not helping them out, but they get punished by the Federal Reserve and they don't have anything to do about it. They can't vote. They can't do anything. They can't protest in the United States against the Federal Reserve. So it's super bullish for them. It's super bullish for banking the unbanked and helping people. I don't necessarily think it's super bullish for the price in the short term. That's all I'm saying.
Tuttle, you want to promote anything? Any Fant cardboard or?
No, I just want to promote, RotoGrinders.com.
That's good. Yeah.
For letting us do this show every other week.
and the Swolecast. Yeah. Let's see. Make sure you have we hit 3K subscribers? Because I have
no.
I have a Kawhi Leonard burning a hole in my digital pocket.
It's worth 3 USDC.
Okay.
Hey, why don't you I don't know, sweeten the pot? Maybe a new Kevin Durant rare moment.
Yeah, there you go.
I got a few man's coins.
Can I say something?
Coins I could of course, Davis.
Meagle is the dumbest word in Top Shot lexicon.
I haven't heard that one yet. What is that one?
It's MGLE.
It's the pseudo sisters.
Okay.
It's their thing. Let's not tear down female content creators in super male driven spaces.
I didn't know that. I rescind. I take it back. I did not know that.
Let them have their fun.
It's gone. Criticism.
The female
rescinded.
content creators for Top Shot do a really good job. I'm grouping them all together because
I wasn't making any value judgment on that. I just saw someone on my timelines.
It's also Davis. A little rich. You're the one who coined Momes, as far as I know.
Momes is hilarious.
How is Momes any different than Meagle?
Because it reminds me of Smeagol, which gives me big nerd vibes.
Yeah, and Momes is just the epitome of cool.
I prefer
correct.
I prefer the Hispanics for my Top Shot minority.
I don't even know where you're going with this title. But
over the females, the Hispanics I think give better advice.
Yeah, do you have any people you'd specifically like to shout out?
No, not on top of my head.
Okay.
So weird. We're at 29:30. So we need 70 more subs to give away this Kawhi Leonard moment. So just go ahead and like the video and also just subscribe to our YouTube. It'll be worth it. It will totally be worth it. And as my token to the people. Wait, Devin said got it. As my token to the people, there's a new project coming out. You guys like CryptoPunks, you like Top Shot, you like the Bored Apes. This is let's just say there's a Yeti involved. Have you guys seen this?
A bored Yeti.
Are we talking the water bottles or the mics, or what are we talking?
No, there are water bottles and mics. No, these are 10K of these bad boys. Let me get the website pulled up for you guys. And let's see. Let's go to one of my tokenized communities where we've been talking about it.
Guys, hurry up. I got to call Lowe's about my dryer.
Super Yeti. SuperYeti.co. Only 2,000 have been minted out of 10,000. Pre-sale going on until next week. So
pump those bags.
Buy one.
Yeti.
No bonding curve. It's just 0.1 ETH. Just grab one. See what it does.
Wait, we don't get anything to drink out of?
No.
I actually just bought a Yeti for the first time ever. There was a limited edition one that came with a skateboard.
Yo, Yeti gang. Change your avatar, dude.
You're such a homeowner.
Have you gotten your
I gotta.
backyard?
So what's that?
the Yeti cooler yet for your backyard barbecue?
No, but I got a freaking call Lowe's about a dryer. I ordered a dryer like 2 weeks ago, and it's like it's been a nightmare. It's so annoying. Owning a house is the stone low.
Tough news, adulting. All right. Well, on behalf of Davis, Dan, and Peter, I'm David. We'll see you next in 2 weeks on the Swolecast here on RotoGrinders.com.